They murdered Tamika.
All right, leave it. Let's go.
Okay, it's 15 minutes of fame, you stupid bitch. Right here because I'm calling the cops.
To say what? To say what? They ain't on our side right now.
What? We do nothing? It's the country that we live in?
Always been this country, Liv. They just ain't hiding it no more. Hold our heads high regardless because our work don't come from them.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love All American, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about All American Season 3, Episode 13. This is the recap. I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And as I told you guys last night, this episode was solid. Your girl Olivia, she went through it in this episode, and I got a feeling it ain't over yet. I got a feeling that she's going to be suffering some more consequences for what she did in future episodes. The question is, how will she adapt? Will she listen to what Spencer was trying to do for her? So let's begin. What did we see in this episode? Now we know that Grace, she was graduating, and she actually already graduated, but she did not celebrate at all because they was going through so much. She did not think it was, she had time to do it, that it was not that big of a deal. Of course, Spencer, he ain't about to have it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to make sure he throws his mom a surprise celebration, and she needs it, man. I mean, putting in all that work in school, you need to get a celebration, especially Grace. All the stuff that she does and went through, she definitely needs to celebrate. In the episode, we saw your boy preach back, and he's showing, Coop that, look, I can make clothing for you. I can make merchandise for you. I just need some more money to get things going. Now, Coop is like, okay, well, let me go talk to Layla and see what we can do as far as getting you some more money, as far as production and stuff like that. At the end of the day, we know that Layla has a difference of opinion. She just wants to make sure that things are going to go well. Now, Olivia in this episode finds out that the cops that killed Tamika, they got fired. So she wants to go have a conversation with her mom to see what's going down and also how she can help even more. And she's upset, of course, because her mom is still going through it. As Laura told her, it's really hard for her to even do anything right now. So just allow her to do her job and, telling Olivia pretty much just to sit back. Don't worry about it. I got this. And you can tell that Olivia is very upset. She wants to go out there and try to do some more justice. But at the same time, Laura is suffering those consequences. And it's going to take some time for her to put all the pieces back together. And also gain that trust once again from her daughter. Like I said, it's going to be a long journey when it comes between these two and what they had. I believe that it's going to be fixed down the line. Now in this episode, it was Spencer and Olivia. That's what we saw throughout this episode. I know a lot of fans love this relationship where the two was back together having a good old time. They hung up posters and went out and tried to just seek more justice. Now they find out that they're all over the news. And they're on the news because of what Olivia did as far as the video and Spencer, his speech, the football thing. So they're very popular. Everybody knows about them. And now they're going to have to suffer those consequences for their actions for what they've been doing, even though they feel like it's right. Now, Coach Baker, he is trying to talk to Coach Montez. He is trying to get a scrimmage with Beverly. He wants to make sure that his players are able to get that chance when it comes to these college scouts. But she ain't trying to hear it. She's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to risk my players getting hurt for a scrimmage. And if you was in my shoes, you would do the same thing. She ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? And then we see Coach Baker. He was walking out, and it seems like he does miss Beverly. Like he wishes he could be there. Will Coach Baker return to Beverly in the future? Is this a hint? At the end of the day, you can tell he missed it just by how he was looking at certain things. And it may be a little clue that he may return soon. I guess we got to wait and see how that all plays out. Now, Spencer is telling Olivia just to calm down, stop worrying about what other people think about you. We need to just have a Black Love Day stress-free, and just chill out. And it really does seem like Spencer and Olivia are having a good time. The chemistry is there. But every time the two hang out, we know it's always something. Something always happens, no matter how positive that Spencer tries to be, right? Then we get to Jordan. And Jordan understands what his father is trying to do. He tells Coach Montez, like, look, we going to play regardless if you give us the okay or not. We're not going to be on school's property. So, you don't control us. All the players have agreed, and this is what we're going to do. And she's pissed off. She doesn't really know what to do. She can't really do anything. I mean, she could be pissed off and tell them what she wants. But at the end of the day, if that's what the team has decided, they're going to go out there and play and have fun, regardless if she wants them to do it or not. And, of course, Spencer and Olivia, looking like they're about to make out. I mean, if you're going to do it, just do it. They're hitting at it. Of course, we know right after this moment, they got some bad news. And the bad news was, of course, the posters that they put up, the place that Spencer had for his mom's, celebration has been hit with a rock. And the poster is destroyed. The glass window is destroyed. They're pissed off. Olivia's upset. Like, okay, I see what time it is. I mean, like Spencer said, everybody's not going to agree what you want to do. Grace even told them this, like, it's going to be some consequences. Everybody ain't on y'all terms. And they're finding out right now. I believe Spencer already understands this just based off what he has been through and where he lived growing up. Olivia, on the other hand, she's still trying to adjust and learn just how people really are. Now, Asher was pissing me off in this episode. Asher, I would say, he did one good thing. And that was be able to get Jacob's restaurant for Spencer to throw his mom's graduation. But besides that, the dude was really pissing me off in this episode. And Principal Carter was pissing me off as well. He is going to take out his frustrations on these kids because he does not want them to play on the field because of who? Coach Baker. Now, I understand that he had some issues with Coach Baker when he was growing up. At the end of the day, you cannot take it out on these kids. And this is what Coach Baker was trying to tell him. But we know that Principal Carter does not want to hear it. He ain't playing. He said, you beat me down when I was, when we was kids, and that's it. You're not getting the field, plain and simple. Then we get to your girl, Gabby. And Gabby walks around talking about y'all racist and stuff like that. And Olivia's like, well, didn't you see what the cops did to Tamika? They killed her. So what are you talking about? The two getting into a heated argument, and your girl Olivia let her have those words. She called her a female dog. I mean, just dogged her out. But see, Gabby couldn't take those words. She took those words to heart, and she felt like she can do exactly what she wanted to do. She threw her drink on Olivia. I don't know about y'all, but man, I ought to get payback somehow, some way. Now, Spencer had to grab Olivia up because Olivia was about to put them hands on her. It was about to get ugly, and this is what I wanted to see. We already know Olivia was not playing around, and she told Spencer, look, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to just sit here and allow things like this to happen. I'm calling the police. I'm going to press charge. Pretty much this is assault. And Spencer's like, look, the police ain't on our side right now. You cannot do that. We got to continue to strive, keep our heads up, and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? We can win another way, but right now, this is not the way to do this. He has to calm Olivia down because she's very pissed off. I mean, I will understand. I mean, you're getting the drink thrown on you. I mean, all bets are off. But at the same time, Spencer did make some good points, right? Your boy Preach, he's upset because Layla is not trying to really listen to what he's talking about. I mean, she really just wants to know his plan and what he's able to do, right? And she started throwing out the real facts about production and merchandise, and Preach is not feeling it. And of course, he says, look, I ain't feeling this. You know what I'm saying? Coop, you supposed to be your own boss. You allowing her to run over you. And Layla has to tell him, well, she signed with my label. I have control over her brand. And Preach just takes out all his frustrations on Coop. What do you guys think about this? Was Preach in the wrong, or was he right? You know what I'm saying? Was he right? Now the celebration goes very well with Grace. Spencer did a hell of a job with the help of Asher, allowing them, or getting the help of that restaurant from Jacob for real, to throw this nice celebration party for Grace. So that was a good thing. But see, Asher does not like Jacob because his mom is about to marry Jacob. But then Asher wants to be very disrespectful to him. I mean, dude, I can understand you not liking the dude, but you have to show respect. He lucky Jacob didn't check him for real. But that's just me. Because if I was Jacob, I would have checked him like, look, you inconsiderate. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're not about to disrespect me at my establishment. I helped your little punk self out by getting the restaurant for you and your little friends in the first place. So you better show me some respect. But we know that Asher thinks what he wants to think, whatever. It is what it is with his character. Your boy, Principal Carter. He said, you know what? After having a conversation with Grace, he's going to allow them to use the field for the scrimmage game. And that's exactly what happens. And that's because of Grace. Grace is able to go in and neutralize certain things. And this is why I say Grace is like one of the best characters on the show, because she's always able to give good advice and do the right thing. Now, your girl Coop is having a conversation with Layla. She's telling her, look, I am busy right now. Layla is blowing her phone up, wants to know what she's doing. And also, she's still pissed off about what happened with her in Preach. And Coop is like, look, we're going to have some conversations about what's going on with this brand, my merchandise. And I'm at this celebration for Grace. And Layla is upset because she wanted to be invited. You can tell, like, look, I wanted to come, you know. You can just tell by her body language that that was not what she wanted to hear. And of course, based on what happened later on in the episode, you know that got to her. Now, Asher decides to tell Vanessa, I'm going to focus on football. That's what I want to do as of right now. Now, Asher was pissing me off. Like, dude, okay, you don't want to be with her right now. You want to focus on football. Okay, but why don't you clap those cheeks one time before you focus on football? At least once. He don't even want to do that. This dude was pissing me off the whole episode. Go ahead and knock that off real quick, and then you can focus on football. But hey, you go ahead and let that slide off. Somebody else will take advantage of her. I hope someone else takes advantage of her, in my opinion. But get back to your boy Preach, and he gets some news. Your girl Coop is like, look, you're going to become my manager. This is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? She had a conversation with Layla. It did not go the perfect way. But I want to see what's going to happen next, because if Preach is her manager, we already know that Layla is going to have some issues with this. I want to see how this all is going to play out. And speaking of Layla, as you can see, she's on the phone checking Instagram. And as I told you guys earlier, she was in her feelings. She wanted to be invited to Grace's celebration, right? She's looking at pictures with Spencer and Olivia, wishing she was there, wishing that was really her. Deep down inside, she feels like she doesn't have anybody, that she needs a friend. And this is how Layla has been to me the whole series, right? And then all of a sudden, Carrie pops up out of nowhere. She has been released from rehab. She remembers exactly what Layla told her about when she gets out. If she needs some, a place to come visit, come to her. And that's exactly what she did. She took complete advantage of what Layla said. And to be 100% honest, I believe Layla is cool with it. Because at that particular moment, Layla needed somebody. She needed a shoulder to lean on. She needed a friend to talk to. And now she has Carrie there. What do you guys think about this? I'm going to tell you right now. This, in my opinion, it ain't going to end well. Something is bound to happen. I hope nothing does happen. I hope Layla stays cool. But I got a feeling something is definitely going to happen with that. Now, at the end of the episode, we see Coach Baker. He's talking to the team, of course. It's supposed to be a scrimmage game. Beverly versus Crenshaw. Coach Montez, of course, did not give the say-so. Jordan ended up telling his pops, like, well, I didn't really get her, or approval. She didn't agree with it. Now, Coach Montez is pissed off. But then she tells Coach Baker, look, all the teams in the country pretty much are forfeiting. They're standing down based off what Spencer did in his speech. And that means we good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is good. And it seems like the Crenshaw team will be able to go to the playoffs. They are saved. They are in the hunt once again. And I'm glad that happened, because they put a lot of work in to, throw it all away. But now they have another chance to play for state. And let's see how this all plays out. I'm glad that ended that way. At the end of the episode, we see your girl Olivia, and she's driving. And as I told you guys, she will suffer those consequences. And the boys are following her. They stalking her because they want to get revenge. They're mad about what she did, putting out that video and her podcast and her mom. They're tired of all of it, right? Now, Olivia, she does call her mom and get some advice. Laura tells her to just calm down, drive around where you see some people at. That's exactly what Olivia did. She did the smart thing. And she had Laura on the phone while everything was happening, right? And this cop, he drives past and he just looks. He just looks. And to be honest with you guys, if those people weren't right there, he probably would have did more. And this is what Olivia probably figured. I seen a lot of people saying that he probably would have tried to do something else if those people weren't out there. And like I told you guys, this is not over. It's going to be some more stuff. She will be targeted once again, somehow, some way. Hopefully she can adjust. Hopefully she can survive. But for a moment, man, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought something bad was about to happen to your girl, Olivia. I thought something bad was going to happen to her. I'm glad she was able to get through this. And she's going to need the help with Spencer, her community, and everybody else to just push through. But this episode for her, she did good things at the same time. She went through a whole lot. Her emotions was probably all over the place. The good thing is she survived. Crenshaw is in the hunt still. Grace, she got a great celebration. Asher, he slipped up. He did not clap those cheeks. And of course, Layla, she's having some issues. And I want to see what's going to happen with Mo and Coop. They kind of skipped over that. Y'all know that storyline is not over yet. So we're definitely going to talk about that in the future. We're going to go on another break. June 14th, once again, we're going to see the rest of All American Season 3. Man, it's like a break every other week, though. But we're going to get through it, man. But you guys leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get on out of here, man. It's your boy, Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.